Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am VS Speaks Royally. This Squatties, we are eating well. We are eating well. We are eating well. It has been wonderful. Wendy, you said there's no sound. Can you not hear me? I got confirmation it was sound. Just let me know. I don't see anybody else saying that, but before I go on and on and on and on, I just need to know if there's sound or not. You might need to refresh, Wendy, because from everything I can tell that everybody can hear me. Uh-oh, no Church Nelly. Okay, hold on a second. Mm, Let me see. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, you can hear me now? Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Oh, there was no pre-music? Well, that's weird. Okay. Maybe I forgot to unmute myself. Anyway, life goes on. Oh, look at this. Kivia, thank you for the thank you for the cash app right as the live stream starts. And hey, sis Hilda, hello to all of you. Elaine, it was so good to see you. Elaine P. see you in the stream. Church Nelly cutting up. I need you all to stop encouraging Church Nelly with her antics that she's talking about. We don't need to be any um what is it when you I'm gonna try to be nice about this. Somebody talks about what they intend to do and then you don't say nothing or report it. Accomplices. Yeah, we don't want none of that. So okay. Anyway, let me get on to things. Sorry y'all didn't hear the music, but it's okay if you really, considering I keep getting tapped on the shoulder that something is copyright and I have to go in, flip it out or remove it altogether. So I've been getting notifications on live streams from like 2 years ago that now I guess somebody's copyright is now in place or something. So I've had to go in and so you'll see sometimes, I don't know if it reposts it, but yeah, I've had to go in and adjust a lot of older live streams because yeah. Anyway, the situations for, those that are content creators. Elaine, thank you for 35 months of membership and you're saying so pleased to be here. I'm glad to see you here. Um yeah, it's very good to see you. Again, let me get into this because I'm in such a good mood. I don't know, if it's just what it's all about, what it's all about. All right, when I get to Squatty Corner, I'm going to acknowledge Elaine. I see the love that you dropped, as well as Kivia. Um, let me come. Let me come over here and just take this down for a second. And sis, I see you spamming. I see you, sis Hilda. It's good to see you. And we were chatting with each other in IG before the stream started. So, all right. Let me get over here and go down to here and get the party started.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
All right. So, you know, I have said this that I felt that the podcast would be coming since now that we had with love and then it would be perfect timing before the second season to have the podcast. Thank the gods and the universe above and the ancestors. Megan must have heard me. And she makes an announcement on her Instagram. Y'all are missing out if you're not on Instagram, only for the purposes of following her, okay? Because she could tell us the information hot off the presses and then we all go screaming out to the world. So, new podcast, new podcast. I'll take my banner down. We all knew that she had made the announcement about her deal with Lemonada Media and that it was going to be a podcast, and which you can go back and listen to Archetypes and listen to all the great podcasts that were involved with the Archetypes. I think it's on all streaming platforms, including the one it originally was on, but we're not going to discuss that one. But Lemonada Media, I have to get the link. I'm sure one of the fast mods will probably drop it. But Confessions of a Female Founder, April 8th. Mark your calendars if you have not already. We're going to get into a lot more other stuff. I just wanted to make sure that I stay focused on why we're here to talk about that. But let me get into what I do each and every Sussex Saturday. I read my favorite quote that I found on the archewell.org site. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So we know that Harry and Meghan lived this to the fullest. There's some sad news to kick off in a sense. One is of a royal nature, one is of royal, but is of music royalty. So on the 10th, it was announced that Prince Friedrich of Luxembourg, or if it's considered Prince Friedrich Luxembourg, but I think it's of Luxembourg, passed away. I believe he was 22 years of age. This was the headline that I saw. a rare mitochondrial disease. So very young age, you know, respects out to the family because yeah, that's rough to take. No matter if he was sick or not, that's a very young age to lose a family member. So I just wanted to say, rest in peace. All right. Also for the music side, and Lorna had put this in the chat, but I had Divine Seven had also mentioned it. Coca T, Jamaican artist, huge, passed away, 65. One day I will be in that age category, as we all hopefully, but my time frame of getting into that age category is swiftly approaching, and it makes me pause a little bit. Phew. Yeah. So anyway, um, you know, has left a mark, and music lives on, and legacy lives on. So truly will be missed. And you can go out YouTube if you're not familiar with his music and listen and get very well versed in it. Okay, switching gears back. So Megan's podcast. This was her posts that she had up on IG. You already know. No matter what she says or does, people lose their minds. I'm I saw quite a few posts. I probably am going to be dragging throughout this, but y'all know how it is on some lives. I don't just stick to trash time, but there's going to be epic trash time. Okay. So, no matter what she does, there's a sector or section of white women that lose their ever loving minds, and they can't help themselves but go out on social media and just be vile. Some of them then private, or they delete the message, or they private their accounts because squatties will go from 0 to 1,000 in a second, and we are not the ones when it comes down to Megan. Many of them are showing just how loony they are. She's not in your life. She's not affecting your life. And if you see her name and you don't like her, like we do when it comes down to the mother cluckers over there in the UK, we keep on scrolling. I don't give a flying what's happening with them. Okay. I don't even look. I don't check for updates, nothing. Just take the same advice. Let those of us who support Meghan and Harry continue to support them in peace. But meanwhile, she's she's crip walking all over y'all, or I'm just gonna say it like that since she's from LA. Okay, we'll move on. Here's what she said. I, okay, I just couldn't help myself, y'all. All right. I said I was feeling some kind of way, and so I was feeling some kind of way. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me hit it. I'm so excited to share with you something else I've been working on. Confessions of a Female Founder, my new podcast with Lemonada Media. I've been having candid conversations with amazing women who have turned dreams into realities and scaled small ideas into massively successful businesses. They're opening up, sharing their tips, tricks, and tumbles, and letting me pick their brains as I build out my own business as ever. It has been absolutely eye-opening, inspiring, and fun because what's the point if we can't have some fun on this wild adventure? First episode, April 8th. My husband is calling. Let me pick up. Hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. He's on the road transporting a vehicle, so he's just giving me little check-ins. All right. What was the first question he asked me? Are you on your live? Whew, okay. Anyway. So there's a lot of coverage that has been happening with regard to her podcast. It was it's amazing at the speed of light that once we see the notification on our phones that Megan has posted, how quickly we're clicking on Instagram and then sharing. It's like just because my time stream, which I'm eventually going to close out X, is was on fire. So kudos to Megan. So here's Vogue magazine giving a shout out. I still side eye Vogue. Here is Vogue Runway also giving a shout out. I'm just gonna keep on moving because y'all. Okay. So, Pop Tings also gave a shout out, and I'm just looking forward to it. You know, we will be going live and we'll be discussing, and I look forward to this because it should be weekly. I'm not sure how many. They may release them all. You know, who knows how Lemonada may do it, but I hope it's on weekly basis. That way, it's not this rush of just trying to soak up everything. You know how Spotify did? Yeah, I hope it's very similar to that. Okay. So it's been well covered. You know, the haters already trying to, do what the haters do, but nevertheless, we also have to remember that with love, Megan is still out on Netflix. Continue to watch, rate, do all that you need to do, you know. Keep on watching, keep getting your ideas. This is a little impact for the show. So Feminagra just has me cracking up sometimes when I read some of their posts, but it's Megan Sussex. Okay. Kudos because y'all caught on. Okay. You knew the assignment. Cooking show just sent truffle salt sale soaring, made Le Creuset trend, and even got Loge. I want to say it's Loge. It might, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Cast iron shading the competition. And yes, they did shade the competition. Let me even see where I put that because I know I here it is. I was like, I know I put it in here, but I had it in a different area. Okay, so um, cook like a royal for only $89, and then down at the bottom with love, Loge. I'm pretty sure that's what how you pronounce it. Y'all will correct me if I'm wrong. So, but yeah. Impact, positive impact. So you have to be working in order to have impact. Once every 3 months showing up, waving hands, coming to a food. Anyway, let me reel it in. Let me save that. So anyway, on these ratings are from March 12th. The ratings from March 12th. So in the United Kingdom, with Love Megan was number 7, and in the US, it was number 10. So, mhm. Mhm. Second week still holding in the top 10. People may do dances if it falls out of the top 10, but that's to be expected. You know, you don't see anybody having their throats cut and all that stuff. You know how some shows will go on because it's all the gory stuff. This is wholesome, loving, and all. Plus, she has season 2 coming up. hmm Um, Netflix Nigeria. You know the how important Megan Sussex is to Nigeria. So they are also spreading the word and getting out there. And this was so when she said this, it's all about pursuing joy, not perfection. That was like a calling to everyone to get in the kitchen I have seen so many posts. In fact, a squatty dropped on me in IG just showing me their presentation. I just felt okay. If they had said, you can share with everybody, I would have put it out here. But it's a little different if you put it on these social media apps. So anyway, it's just inspired everyone to just um, be mini Megans, and I love it. So um, Harry, we know, had attended a forum. I can't even, I'm not even, because I can't remember the name of it, but I highlighted it a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know, and many of us didn't know, that he was asked a particular question. Mhm. And he had a hard time answering it. I thought it was creepy that the question was even asked, but okay, we'll let it go. But the question was, um, what do you miss about the UK? I don't know if any of you heard his response, but I'm going to play it for you if you have not.
Living here now for 5 years, it feels like home. Santa Barbara feels like home. Brought up both of our kids in Santa Barbara. I think left the UK when my son Archie was about 6 months old. Um, my daughter was born. What I miss the most, I'm not going to say the weather. But I don't know. I think look, there's lots of little bits and pieces. Like there's I guess the country to that. And one of the reasons why we live in Santa Barbara, I'm not really a city person. I like to be out in space with a big sky above me. Um, but no, you know what? Life takes extraordinary turns, and we are, as a family, we're so happy here. It provides so much opportunity, and also a safe space for us, which has been great.
Okay. I didn't hear he missed the sky. Okay, we all heard him mention he misses the sky. Mhm. He ain't ever going back. Now, that's how I read it. He had a rough time kind of answering that, and maybe some names were escaping him to mention because he didn't want to hurt feelings. But not that they even should deserve to have been mentioned because of the way they have treated him and especially his wife. They all can go peg themselves. Okay. I know one would enjoy it very much. Anyway, moving on. I will be chatting with y'all in the comments once I get back into there. So keep in mind, as ever, spring, which is around the corner. Y'all, I hope you sign up to get the email notification and you're checking the website each and every day, even though it's not spring. Maybe it's just me. I sit there and I check it and I'm like, okay, it's not spring yet. Calm down. VS, calm down. Just woosah. But I find myself doing that and I will admit it. Okay. All right. So I'm looking forward to it. My credit card may not be, but I'm looking forward to as ever products being available. Yes. Okay. In fact, let me just for my own sake. Um. Let me just make sure that it hasn't, and she didn't trick me or something, because I would be upset. Okay. Still. Yes, I did it live. I had to go out there and check. All right. Squatty corner. Squatty corner. Um, First things first, let me come over here to Kivia again. Thank you so very much for the Cash App. For the love that you dropped on me, may it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I'm going to acknowledge it so you know that I got it. Unless you happen to be in the clouds, okay. And to Elaine also for dropping a little love on me. Thank you so very much, as always, and may it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. This is for both of you. Give you little kisses ahead of time, and here we go.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me.
Thank you both. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate it. Okay. And again, Elaine, thank you for 35 months of membership also. Um, yeah. Okay, let me come back here. Let me scroll up. All right. So, dun da da da. An account that it's not really dormant, but when Tina has something to say, she's gonna come out and let y'all know and spray the room and then go back to where she was. She has a private account, so you know. So Sussex Squad podcast. Let me take my banner for those that like to see the date, March 14th. Okay. Um, I always feel like I have to clear my throat to do like a PSA. For those who used to listen to our podcast back in the day, Michelle and I said many times that we won't be shocked to know that Baldy, his Aryan princess, and their KP staff are behind some of these Meghan hate accounts. We always see and have called these things from word go. And she is dead on. And when I get to trash time, y'all will understand. If you haven't already heard about it, but I'm sure you have for the squatties. Um, mhm, mm. Seems some of the tabloids might be a little upset with a particular folk that were mentioned in this here screenshot. Because they seem to have called them out on some stuff. Ooh. At first I thought, ooh, is this like, squatties are known to put together screenshots, which you'll see also. Okay. Anyway, but I wanted to share that because yeah. All right, so save the date. Um, of course, I believe that is March. Let me look at this again. I have to look at it because it's too tiny on my screen. Um, I think it's March 29th. I did share this with the channel members ahead of time, but let me get over here and look because yeah, this is just lovely. My eyes, y'all. I have to go see, get my eyes checked because they are bads. They are bads. All right, let me see. Let me bring up a larger. Yeah, March 29th. Okay. Ooh, my gosh. It says all day, Megan March. Get it? Celebrating. Um, yeah. Now we have April to look forward to and all that fun stuff. So yeah. Aspiration April. So they already have a title for April. Get ready because squatties, when squatties do, we do. So have your favorite drinks, food, whatever, and just celebrate all day and yeah, give a little something back or, however, we're just gonna celebrate it up. Yep, yep. All right, pre-trash time. I have several baby derangers. I tell y'all, Baby Deranger is extremely busy. So I try to share with channel members and then when I have the live stream here. So y'all just be patient. If you've seen it, you've seen it. I think it's funny and I needed to share. So um, let me take the banner down for her so you can just get a hint of the timing. So March 12th at about 2:30 in the afternoon, Eastern time. How dare they have so much fun, but it says fruit in their garden that they have to donate it to food banks. Real royals would charge the public to walk through their orchard and allow them to pick their excess fruit for £5 per piece. They're making our royals look greedy. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. So, you know, as I said in the the quote that I read every Sussex Saturday, each of us can change our communities, all of us can change the world, and that Harry and Meghan live it. Yeah, so any little action that Harry and Meghan do drives the crazies absolutely batty. So come on in, help yourself, that type of thing. Yeah. Um, Given the state of the country, yeah, that may be needed. And should we get taken offline somehow, I need those of you outside in Europe and et cetera to continue to listen to our podcasts here that are up on the tube. They may keep us from going, but I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna go back to this. All right, Baby the Ranger. Oh, this one I should. This is on the 13th at 1:35. Okay. You see the timing. Baby likes the afternoon. All right, anyway. So Baby the Ranger says, how dare she launch her podcast next month when we have yet to recover from her Netflix series? This is ridiculous. Why can't she just be happy staying inside her 144 bathroom mansion? She's making our heir and wife look mediocre, lazy, and unmotivated. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. It doesn't take much for them to look mediocre, lazy, and unmotivated because that's what they are. Okay, let me go on to the next. And then the 14th at 12:19. How dare he not miss or mention our leftovers? If he's so happy in California, he should stay there because he is. All right. It's time to accept he's not a hostage and is never coming back here to do his duty to provide cover and be a scapegoat for our heir. He's ungrateful. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. Baby is busy. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so Glow Leave, you're out on, you know, the X, this account, and hopefully would know about the account. Did say something, and I wanted to share it here. Why are some primarily white women so unhinged and insecure over the beautiful Duchess Meghan? It's fascinating. I just saw, I'll just use initials. You can read the name. Um, VF on TV claiming she's not a Meghan basher, but then proceeding as if she can't help it to make snide remarks about how Meghan somehow invites this by doing things like a business podcast and then mentioning the millions she got for With Love Meghan, and she wouldn't be bashed if she just stayed private. What is this sickness that she, MM, and other women like her have that they need Meghan to be private and unseen when they have honestly um, are not under any force to follow her or even do strange videos emulating her? This would be an interesting study because the problem is not Megan Sussex. It's something in these grown, insecure women. Anywho, as you were, and that is the truth. The truth. Um, Another one that's unhinged and admitted in her last little video that she was jealous of the life that Megan has with the initials BF and was on the New York Housewives of, in the Housewives of New York. So y'all know who I'm referring to. BF, the ancestors keep pulling your hair line back 1 to 2 inches every time you open your mouth about Megan. I suggest you shut the up because you're going to be bald soon. Okay? You're worrying about Megan's life. Y'all don't want Megan to have the life you feel that y'all should have, and only y'all should have. Women that look like y'all, not anyone with a darker hue. Oh well, so swell. There are other rich black women, but I guess because they're not in um a sphere, so to speak, that you feel that Megan doesn't belong. Well, she belongs there more so than any of you. Okay. Let me move on to the next. All right. So Feminagra again. So now you know how I do with names. So Caddy Mate, I want to say that's the name, but that's probably not how you pronounce it. Stood up for Megan Sussex. Now she's facing hate, harassment, and racist attacks. We all know how that is when someone comes out in support, that is a public, and comes out in support of Megan, and then here comes the bot squad after that person. I mean, that's how they got on, Christopher Boozy's radar by coming after him. So, yeah, I wanted to share because we all know they tried, and when I say they, many of you know who I'm referring to, but for those of you who may not, I'm talking about those that live in the UK in the palaces over there. Okay. They would prefer that Meghan was isolated and actually that she would have offed herself. And I'm just going to state it. All right. That's not an opinion. They pushed her to having those ideations. So, you know, yeah, F them mother cluckers. Okay. So let me jump into the comments. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up, please remember to do so. Thank you so very much. All right. I'm going to jump up at the top. Oh, look at that. I'll acknowledge this before I hit trash time. So thank you, damn my opinion, aka Teresa, aka HR, you know. Thank you for the love that you dropped on me and the message. We appreciate you, my love. Thank you so very much. And may the love that you dropped on me be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I'm gonna play this and then I'll get into the comments with you. Thank you again.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me.
Again, okay. I always say this, y'all are channel members, y'all already give, and when you do the little extra, yeah, don't be trying to make me cry up in here, okay? All right. Oh, and then you gifted 5 memberships. What? Okay, so now you really want me to cry. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To those that receive the memberships, please make sure that you give thanks to Teresa. Um, StreamYard, I really need y'all to get on the ball and add that in so that we, the content creators, can see who exactly gets the gifted memberships. But this is going to be played for all of y'all who are now members. Welcome. I'll greet y'all when the live stream ends.
New channel member! New channel member! New channel member!
So thank you again. So appreciate it. Okay. Let me get my bearings. Okay. Let me get over here. Okay. Let me go back into the comments over here. Click this tab, roll all the way up. I'm going to pick a spot. You know how I do. And then I'm going to work my way down. Hi, V. I scream out names. If this is your first time, yes, I just yell out names. Don't take offense if I don't call your name. Charge the eyes, not the heart. But there's a lot of y'all. I love y'all. And I'm just scrolling. All right. Joan says, all those women can kick rocks. Okay. I almost said ass, but hi, Nina. Yes, Baby Deranger is crying, Mama. Big time. Big time. All right. I'm going to star this one. I'm going to just go up, make sure I haven't missed anything up at the top. Hey, Michael's Adventure. How are you? Uh, 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 uh. Um, my boss is in the house. Hi, Mrs. S. How are you? Megan Sussex have haters mad, mad, mad by just living her life unbothered. Yes. And it's a little insulting to say how she lives a soft life. Like she didn't have somewhat of a hard life when she was growing up. Um, or she had to have a hard life, or that, the soft life is only for them there over there and not anybody else. That is very condescending. Okay. Mm. Megan's made her life, so if it's soft right now, all right. Mm. Woo. Yes, Church Nelly. Ooh, did they ever out him? True. He done pissed somebody off, and I'm thankful for it. Yes. Annie B, how are you? Hey, Lady T, how are you? Oh Lord, I thought I was gonna rub Penelope's head. Nevertheless, y'all probably know what I'm gonna say. I'm up to go. Lord of mercy. Good thing I looked over there. Ooh. Let me see. Grace is saying, when asked, the only thing Harry missed about Britain is the countryside. Baby Devranger is having a conniption fit. Yeah, he was trying his best. In a way, I had wish he had just said nothing. If he had just said that one word, nothing. I mean, and if the guy had asked, well, why not? Well, because I'm kicked to the curb. But that's not Harry's way of doing things. Ginger Avenger gets them, but just in a much subtle way. I'm over here like just go all out. Lady in Black, just whoosh. Okay. Because they deserve it. They don't need, nobody needs to be kind and sweet to them and all that other stuff. No. Okay. They deserve each and every bit of the slop they get. Um, you know. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. They're the ones you just want to thump, thinking of Kendrick Lamar's verse. Thump them and feel cold. Kick them. All right. Mama is saying, agreed. Mrs. S. Megan is living her life, not bothering herself about the haters. No, she gets to put the content she wants up. She gets to block out all the effing crazies who would be overriding the comments, all of that. So. Hello, Lisa. How are you? What's up, squatties? I'm typically in the bushes at work. Just wanted to say hello. Well, hello back to you. Shh, go back and hide. At least we know you're out there. Okay. Mrs. S said, oh, Lord have mercy. Is that a cat? Because I can't tell. It's really tiny on this side in StreamYard, so I can sometimes make out the emojis. All right. I'm going to just say dumbasses. Have been entertaining me for the past week. Um, then I hate Megan's new show. It's boring, but I have not seen it. Crowd. Oh, those are the ones that usually take me like, you haven't seen it, but you hate it. Oh, okay. Uh huh. You dislike her, but you've never said two words to her, had any other interaction, not even 6 degrees of an interaction with her. So, oh. Glow is right. It should be studied. It's fascinating. Racism does strange things to people, and they'll swear they're not racist, but I beg to differ. Hey, Benjamin, how are you? Joan is, can someone tell Baby the Ranger that royals are greedy? Well, you know. The Derangers don't think so. So Baby Deranger's not going to think so. Annie B, Baby Deranger is off the chain. Yes, especially with its own account. Oh my goodness, yes. Wait till if you're out on that particular social media account and say something, and then you see a response like a squatty had said several weeks ago. Oh my God, I almost blocked you, thinking that it was somebody else, not realizing Baby the Ranger had its own account. Hilarious, hilarious. Now, before I even get anywhere near, because I still want to go through the comments, I just for the haters out there, why are you mad at a podcast that is speaking about women in business, and especially those who have built very successful ones? Why are you mad at that with them sharing some gems? Oh, because you aren't the one that thought of the idea, nor would have had the opportunity to even sit down with these particular women, which we don't even know who they are yet. Okay, we can guess at all these different individuals, but until we actually hear the podcast, we won't know. Mm. Because archetypes, there were some guests that surprised me. And when it was over, that particular episode, a completely different outlook on the person because who knew? Who knew? Okay. Mhm. Um, Mrs. S, have you seen that? Oh, what is this? Mia Motley, the Barbados Prime Minister, said, oh, no, no, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Concerning yanking the visas of Caribbean leaders, it's on you. I have not, but I can only imagine because she is a G. Okay. Mm. We're being isolated for those that don't know, and I'm just going to go back to my Sussex content. I think I'm going to truly go live on my other channel and then title it whatever, just so we can just be, wide open. Okay, let me see. And maybe I'll look for that. Let's see. I saw this, so now I'm getting to that point. Okay, so Black Queen had said, and how are you? I hope you are well. It's innate jealousy, envy, and hatred. It's not some anomaly. That's true. But again, to me, it all rolls up into racism that you feel that she and any other woman that looks like her, because from what I understand, um, Emma, they have this big time. She married Bath. I think that's what they go by. Lord of her husband is Lord of Bath, whatever number it is that he inherited from his father. Emma Wainsmith, is that her last name? Elaine might correct me, or anyone else that remembers. But she, you know, even from her own mother-in-law, caught some heat because her mother-in-law did not feel that a biracial woman should even attain, and it would taint the blood. And at that moment, her son said, "Middle finger up, kick rocks, and don't ever come back." Okay. Um. So yeah, it's the racism. They would probably some of them would prefer that they marry their own family member than to. Okay. Anyway, let me go on because I'm not in trash time yet. Hey, C, how are you? They hate Meghan Sussex because she is a real royal princess. If you know, you know, as well as Princess Henry. Yes, she would go by that. If they strip the titles, that is how she would be known. So, they don't want to do that. Plus, it opens up all the down the liners to really get the boot, like, Randy, Andy, and his entire giddy up line. And then all those below him. Okay. Mina is saying these arrangers are going to learn, I guess you're going to say, to leave Megan alone. Yeah, they'll learn one way or another. hmm They'll learn one way or the other. Lady in Black ain't missing nothing. And okay, the ancestors, I have been trying to tell folks, leave her alone. hmm Miss, let me put my hot cup of tea down before I wind up scalding myself laughing. Mrs. S, aka my boss, Ozempic or whatever the hell it is called, may have reduced that my father troll, but it did not reduce the size of her head. So when she looked in the mirror, she pissed that Megan is not looking back. Sure. What did Harry tell them, folks? All the world heard him say or read it. She broke the conveyor belt. There is no one. And then that young woman that was in I think it was in Australia when they were on their a tour down that way. hmm And wanted, or maybe New Zealand, and was like, "Hi," because she looked a little bit like Megan, but he was like, "No, no, no, my wife is down there. Only one looks like her," and pointed down to where she was. Okay, he shut that girl down. Mhm. He was like, "Don't play in my face." They almost saw a side of Harry that I think, "Ooh, child." All right. V is saying those racist heifers want to finish Megan. They want her silent, suffering, broken, and humbled. And because they want all that is the reason why they are. And she is rising to the top. Give it all you got. Okay. That's a little singing. I'm going to move on because I really shouldn't try to sing. All right. The divine can sing. VS cannot. Okay. Well, I can to y'all, some of y'all. My husband says no. All right. Wendy L. Megan's With Love Megan Cook series, season 2 booked. Didn't even get lukewarm. Here comes As Ever products and the podcast Confessions of a Female Founder. Now that's a boss move. Okay. What did she do at the beginning of the year? Didn't she just write in the sand 2025? People lost their minds. Little did we know what the deal was. Mhm. Little did we know. And there's probably much more happening. Do we remember the pat pictures of Megan? She was like in a park and had on a jogging suit. Yeah. It's, where's that coming into play? Okay. Because that was not in any of the With Love Megan. Could it be for season 2? Gwen said that ghost needs to disappear. British family. Is that British family? Oh, I know what you mean. BF looks like her face has been peeled with a dull knife. Let me just read that again. Okay. That ghost needs to disappear. Looks like her face has been peeled with a dull knife. Well, looks like a very sharp serrated one, but yeah. Keep talking, BF. Your hairline keeps retracting by, 2 inches. A word. Okay. Just saying. Whew. Besides, BF is a little on the Lulu side anyway, because you can't allegedly stand a woman that you don't know, but then you go and try to. She was trying to marry, I believe, the ex-husband. She dated him for probably a short period of time, and he got the out of there, and he's happily married. He's never said anything bad about Meghan. Has not ever. I just knocked wood because he would catch some heat. Squatties would chew him up, spit him out. Nor did any of her ex-boyfriends. So especially the last one she had been dating in Canada. So to all the haters, just middle finger up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop trying to rewrite her history. Okay. Stop trying to rewrite the the her character. It's already sealed into, the book, so to speak, in cement. So go on, move on. Woo. All right, Black Queen. Megan probably already reached out to her too. Maybe. Hey Benjamin, how are you? Benjamin is saying this lady is strong and courageous. This is partly reason more people don't come out in support of Meghan. So extra points for her. Exactly. For a while we were like, where is everybody? Where is everybody? Why aren't people speaking up? We kind of gave up on those based in the UK outside of the squads. And, those that had voices, platforms. But yeah, as soon as someone does come out, and we've seen it even with close personal friends who believe she's still with, that have to basically on the outer social media not even mention Meghan. Nada. Not even post anything about her. So you would think that, oh, they're not even friends, which is what some of the narratives and spins have been. But behind the scenes, they were close before, and they went through some fire, some of them, Jessica, okay, went through some fire and then came back out on the other end. So there's folks that have been to Montecito that would love to and will never. Okay, just saying. Lorna, BF was bashing Meghan, but asking Meghan to speak to her. I mean, seriously, that's a mental illness right there. That's a mental illness right there. I mean, I watched The Real House of New York, so I love the seasons, and I used to kind of cheer for Bethany because some of the older women were a little bit much, but her in the gown, her wedding gown, and urinating in the ice bucket took me completely out. I have looked at her so differently since then. Mhm. And she don't know how to carry on with the pull out game. I'm just saying that's how she had her daughter. Anyway, moving on. So let me read Lorna's whole comment here. So she can give Meghan advice. BF neurological disease is messing with her head if she thinks Meghan will speak to her. Ciao. I mean, maybe they happen to be at a function, and I'm sure BF tries her best to get invited to some of the things, and it's like, no, 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 no. See, they are not a mob squad. It is Sway, his miserable wife, and Sway's lover, Jason. Ooh. Woo, on to the next, because I'm not even in trash time yet. Annie B. Megan Sussex got her mojo back, and I'm so happy for her. Yes, we all are. We're just kind of Yeah, we're walking around, talking our shit around these here parts, Sussex Squad. We're like, yeah, finally. And she even proved there's a way to come back and have the control that she needs because most were like, no, because people are so vile. But, when you don't have the comments on, mhm, and if people knew, we can still, anyway, moving on. Oh, thank you. HR, thank you. Yes, I love your sweetness. Thank you. Some take that as fakeness, but I understand it well. And Teresa and, HR gets it as well as Lorna, because Lorna's been hanging out hard and heavy over in the other YouTube hallway. Anyway, I had to make Teresa laugh a little bit with that one. Okay. Mama was saying they can't silence the Duchess easily. They will fail from the start. Exactly. And truly they were living life. They were able to put out whatever stupid headline narrative that they wanted because it really, um, there was no, so to speak, her voice wasn't there. Her voice specifically, Megan's voice wasn't out here. It's out here now. I mean, she attended different forums and stuff, and you would hear her speak on different things, but her voice is what we see on the social media. So they can try to run with the narratives, but we see the bullshit that folks have put out there. And they can't even take the heat. They go and private their accounts or take them down all the way. Mhm. If you can't take the heat, then don't put it out there for somebody else. Because you at the time thought, I can. I mean, it is kind of wacky. Bash Megan, bash her, bash her, bash her. And she's not doing nothing but living her life. Let me tell you something. Y'all Prince that y'all love so much pursued Megan. Saw Megan in that snapshot. What was it? Snapshot, and you know, sent that message to the friend that was in that clip with her, and was like, "Who is that?" As well as several other men that were like, "Who is that?" And Megan they had that filter, the dog filter on. Mhm. Snapchat, yeah. Don't play, y'all. He would have kept on swiping. He might have hit a thumbs up and nobody would have known it was him, but he would have kept swiping. He stopped when he saw her. Okay, now y'all go on. I don't know why y'all in y'all heads thinking that y'all are gonna have him. You're not. Moving on. And I hope he hurts your feelings if you ever step to him in an inappropriate way. Okay. All right. Let me read the comments. Let me get to trash time. I did warn y'all in the beginning. Yeah. Okay. Mrs. Hess says Megan Sussex has not mentioned those unmentionable losers from Shit Island publicly in years, so it tickles my funny bone when trolls keep saying that she is talking smack about their royal family. She isn't, and I agree. They try that narrative, and it's like, where did she say that? Where do you see her saying anything? She doesn't mention them. Oh, because she doesn't mention them, that's talking smack. Gerald. Ooh, they have no clue. Mm. Okay, so Miss Viv says it seems like Netflix is being kind of shady. Every country Netflix is in, I think, has said something with regard to with love. Megan. Hmm. Hmm. Business partners. Okay, just throwing that out there. Oh, there she is. Hi, Marsha. Let me see how far behind. Oh, I'm not that far behind in the comments. Okay. Hey, Mrs. VS and Squad. I'm out shopping. Party City going out of business. Oh, get them deals. Good deals. But last night on Barron's, we subscribed to um, y'all know Katie. Is it Katie? Katie Matey? Is that how you say it, or Maiti? To help her channel grow. Oh, okay. If somebody has a link, you can feel free to drop it, and I'll try to get over there myself. Let me see. Annie B, Mrs. S, that's exactly why they're pissed. She's not responding. Yeah. Now, I will say, although one does come to the defense, I will keep my eye because people have done that before, and you know what has happened. Mhm. I'm just stating facts here. Black Queen says, Benjamin, if more folks, especially those with influence, would stand up publicly for what's right often, then the bullies wouldn't be this bold. Hmm. And number 47 wouldn't be the current 47. Okay, moving on. Woosah. HR is saying they get on my last nerve. Those royals don't know about work, common sense, nor real love. Boom, boom, boom. Check, 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 check. There you go. They're not like us. They're not like us. They not like us. Mm. Okay, let me get my life together. Sharon S. The Fitz woman doing parodies of the Duchess on YouTube. In other words, eating crumbs off the Duchess table, child. I yeah. If a channel like that even came up in my recommendations, it's getting do not recommend channel. Just click the three dots, keep it moving. I'm not giving you a click. Don't ever try to give a thumbs down because that means you've given them a view as well as that engagement. Because, yeah, just saying, keep it pushing. Oh, and if you're on the social media and you see a hashtag that is degrading Megan, just click on it. You can report them, report it as spam, like they do with all of the squatties they were doing, and Meta even apologized for it. Okay. Wendy L is saying the more these haters try to shut down Megan Sussex, she keeps rising like a phoenix shining bright and winning. Exactly. Transmuting the energy. So, I would like them to stop hating on her because her engine is truly full on the energy that has been transmuted into positive and that it's just overflowing. Hmm. You know the scripture. I will open up a window in heaven and pour out a blessing that there will not be room enough. Yeah, that's what we see with Megan. Just go on, live your life, do your thing. Although privately, I hope she is cussing them out. Okay, privately, like we saw when she said, "That's your brother." Child, she was ready to go there. Woo! Or the other time, um, when she was heavily pregnant and she kind of handed the phone and put the computer down. It was just, yeah. hmm Harry knew what he had to do. He understood the assignment. Okay. Lady T says, VS, these biatches have exhausted me with the crazy. This is my last response on these fools. Go lay down somewhere. Woo! I'm glad. And you said it in such a sweet way. Go lay down somewhere. Okay. Yes. Yes. And yes. Black Queen, thank you for 29 months of membership, y'all. I always feel like I don't do enough for y'all, have enough lives just for y'all. I try my best. But some of y'all act a little cray cray, so no, let me stop. Hello, Nafisa. How are you? Blessings to you. Oh, look at y'all over here cutting up in the comments and dropping some. Whoa, y'all really were active over here dropping love. My gosh. My gosh, my gosh. Okay, let me go through these and then I will get into trash time. I should have just ended the live. Y'all would have, Mrs. S would have came for me. She would have came for me guns a blazing if I had just ended the live like I had already done trash time. Sure. Okay. Let me get over here. Acknowledge all. I've starred a comment so that I know where to come back to when I end trash time. Okay. So let's see. Black Queen drop some love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. Olive, thank you also for the love. Maybe returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. And Joan, thank you. Maybe returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. And you have a little message. VS, we matter. Squatties are proud and support Megan. Okay. Don't anybody ever forget, but we surely will remind you. All right, now this is for the three of you. Let's see if I can do it. And you know how I highlight the messages. Here we go.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Ooh.
How did I skip this one? And V, thank you so much for the love that you dropped on me. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. You were included in that, but unless you just snuck it in, because I'm telling you, see, this is why I unhighlight these because y'all try to be slicksters with it. Okay, let me just do that. Let me come up here and make sure. All right. Um, all right. Benjamin is the comment that I will come back to. Yeah, y'all try to be slick with it. Let me see. V. The broke trolls are mad because they know Megan is making big bank, child, and they're helping with it. So if they just shut their traps, hey, Cookies and Cream, my manager, how are you? Hey, V. Thomas, listen, they would be okay if they just. She still would be making bank, but we don't. We don't. They don't listen to us, so we just keep talking. Lorna, Paris Hilton surprised me on the first podcast. Yes, that was the one. I was like, whoa, whoa. I even felt bad, yeah, because we have a certain perception, and she blew that right out the water. Okay, let me get over here. Let me get over here. Because I need to go through trash time. Okay, this is what y'all come here for anyway, so it is what it is. Let's go.
It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time.
Okay, so these next two screenshots, I'm just taking it that they were squatty made. I don't know who did it, but thank you because I don't ever believe that the son would have done this. So this first one, only because of the bottom part. So that's why I was like, oh, squatty did this. Okay. So Prince Harry gets full apology. Okay, y'all understand. I should not have to explain. Anyway, they just go through the whole we apologize fully and unequivocally to Prince Harry and his mother, Princess Diana, for our unlawful intrusion into their lives. We thank Prince William for siding with us. I almost shared this initially with channel members, like, oh my gosh, look at that. But then when I read that last part, I was like, these folks over here in Squatty. Woo! But someone said, well, I'm going to up the ante because squatties will do that and said, Royal World exclusive Why I Fell in Love with Men by Prince William. Okay, I've given it the room that it needed. Okay, he's going to get more coming up. All right, so as we would know, the fail always has something to say, and they always have these experts. Amazing that I can go on, whether it's Amazon or any other site, you Google bath salt recipes and you'll come up with them. But it happens to be Megan's that has to make headlines. I guarantee if Blandy Mox over there, the absent lady, had have done the same thing, it would have been like, oh my gosh, y'all, perfection. This will heal you. But now it's talking about it could spark, middle finger up. Y'all really have a problem. And y'all must really want to be sued. Remember, Netflix is a partner with her. So, watch yourselves. Okay. Watch yourselves. Now, I saw this and I was like, what rabbit hole am I going down right at this moment? Because I saw squatties and some had made mention of it. Now, some squatties on social media feel that nothing negative should ever be highlighted or brought out or whatever. I would miss most of it because I tell you, I don't check for them over there. I don't check for them. So I would have missed some of this stuff. So a tabloid whose name is at the top of the screenshot had a issue royal women. All the white ones were there. All the bland white women were mentioned. Megan not mentioned, pictured either, from what I understand. Because was I clicking on the actual link of? No, I just took a screenshot. But that is, textbook. They didn't even have the current consort as the big picture. They had absent lady. Mhm. The Aryan princess, as most people do call her in the squad. Mm. She continued to cry tears. Okay. I just had to share that. Now, I did. Here is MM cutting up. Enough. No, that's what we're saying to you. Enough is enough. Stop. MM. Go sit down somewhere. Just because you see, and now you can't really use your father, my father, my father, my father, because it doesn't get you anywhere except get hired by a tabloid where you were such a patriot. Who would have ever thought that you would have worked for a non-American publication? You patriot of ish. Okay. But enough. Just scroll by. You don't have to say anything. You show your I have to watch the words. Yeah. Go shrink your head. Okay. That's the best way. I'm gonna move on from that. All right. So a quote celebrity chef, I'll just put it in quotes. Never heard of him, so I don't know how celebrity he is, but um he was critical of Meghan Markle's cooking show, wasn't invited to participate. So he had done this whole round of, he's going to talk his ish and do all this stuff, but he had not been invited to participate. They were making it seem like he was invited and all this other stuff. So he wasn't. Now, when the tabloids are putting it out, you have to take a step back like, well, damn. And Ooh, let me see if I can find it quickly, because if you know who he is, you've seen a picture of him. This squatty put it down. She ethered him just in her description. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a second. See, I like so much stuff that I know that I may not be able to find it. Because she called him. Oh God, it was like, oh God, it was Chewbacca. And again, if you know this particular chef, then you would know. And she puts out a lot of content. So even me going down her timeline, I would not find it. Oh gosh, I should have highlighted that so I would have had it here. She took us out the way she described him anyway. Yeah, see, I like so much stuff. It's stuff with Megan and Baby DeVere. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. And this was from 2 days ago, but the squatty said about this individual whose name you see as, quote, celebrity chef. What the blank would an American Netflix show filmed in sunny California need a British consultant when the star of the show doesn't F with that island anymore and the consultant looks like an unwashed Chewbacca with a criminal history? OMG. Put it down. Okay. And that's exactly how, because that's what he looks like, the unwashed. What'd she say? An unwashed Chewbacca with a criminal history. So anytime you see him, if you see his picture, yes, you will always, that reference will come back. Okay, because it fits him perfectly. hmm Bland cooking people want to talk about Megan. Come on now. And then you weren't even asked. You should have kept your mouth shut. But I guarantee, because I understand he works for or is part of the Prince's Trust. And who runs the Prince's Trust right now? Or will shortly. I don't know if Paul has turned it over, but all roads lead back to them crazy cluckers there. Okay, let me keep on going. So another chef, a royal chef, from the comments that I saw about this individual, that people some in the family got sick from his cooking. He don't ever, and he's the one down at the bottom in the circle, don't ever have to say another word about Meghan. Oh, child. The whooping that you're going to get from the lady in black is going to be just mwah when it finally happens. Okay. Now, Sway Sway comes up a couple of times in this here trash time. Yeah. So there seems to be something that he and his absent wife have something in common. I don't know if it's an odor or just their flicking personalities that is dull as fuck. Okay. But whenever they're around young folks, the looks on these faces, the looks on these faces, the looks on why is he looking like this? Why is he the only one looking like a crazy man? And they're looking at like, what the hell are we doing over here? Why did we have to take a picture with him? Creepy. Someone must have been dibbling and dabbling and around something else or had a little pegging beforehand because he's a little too, yeah, nevertheless. So if those two didn't make you laugh, okay, the girl in the gray sweater, I'm sorry, but her face is giving me life. All of their faces really, but hers is like, because she's side-eyeing like, sir, sir, what is this? We as blacks, I don't care where we're come from, we speak with our face. So that young male there is speaking of volumes. And again, he has the doofy look on his face. So I'm thinking there must be something between him and his absent lady wife. I'm telling you, when the young ones are around and they tell it with their facial expression. Something ain't right with them. We know that the screws are all loose, but did you maybe it's too much cologne. I'll go there. Maybe she puts on too much perfume when she's out, and maybe he puts on too much cologne or perfume himself, hopefully. But, they got the looks like he hasn't changed his diaper in several days. Okay, let me go on. However, when let me just say, he looks real bad. Okay. He's so used to using those thumbs, they go right up instantly up. hmm He's very animated though at whatever match he was at, but and so much so that he lost himself in the moment. Sip of tea was required. Okay. hmm But yet has the nerve to look this way when he's with his wife. Mm. Well, he should hide out and be less animated in public because this is what we were talking about. I don't know what you have done, sir, but when these tabloids start calling you out, and they've been itching to really put your dirt out, but you went and got that privacy ruling to keep your real dabbling and dibbling and pegging quiet, so they can't really talk about all the stepping out that you have done, talking about stepping, you've cripped, blood walk, and everything else on your wife, but we're going to just move on. So, anyway, this says William spends hours trawling online forums where he posts under fake name. I did not click the link. Y'all should already now have to ask that question. I saw this screenshot, and then it goes back to what Baby Deranger was talking about earlier. Mhm, mhm. So, and then if we remember, the woman with all the gum action is a big troll and always has something to say about Meghan, but got a picture taken with, when selfies were not supposed to be taken at the time, because that's against protocol, but rules don't apply to the Blands. Blandington 1 and 2. the futures. But this is Squad. Come outside. We're not going to jump you. And if you believe that, we got a boat to sell you. But before you step on that boat, just know that the lady in black's going to whoop the wheels off of y'all. Okay? hmm And Squad will be there cheering it on and handing you a tissue for your tears. Okay. Mm. I don't even have to say, you already know my middle finger is up and stuck when it comes to them because I can't. I just can't. Wanda, thank you for 13 months of membership. Happy Saturday, everyone. That's the message out to y'all from Wanda. Let me find Benjamin's comment because this is where I'm going to come back into the chat and work my way down. Take the star off of that one, and then I will read what you said, Benjamin. Black Queen, even just embarrassing them, like saying those opposed are out of control. They're fearful of alienating people. They give them power by staying silent. Mm-hmm. Woo. Hey, Tier, how are you? Like the racist Tina Brown said that Meghan should have shut up and wait and go quietly for a couple of years in exchange for a royal estate. Mm. They want to control the narrative. So she was supposed to just sit in the corner and be quiet. That wasn't Meghan from the get go. And oh, the one that pointed their finger in her face found out she's not the one. Of course, they were insulted and just had to get into a smear campaign. But baby, don't think that your ish ain't going to come out one day. There will be someone that won't care. Because if they have nothing, what are you going to sue about? Meanwhile, you will be the laughing stock of the entire world. That's the get back of the get backs. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Joan is saying Tina Brown must think her words will stop Meghan. Another idiot. Well, her and her accent. She thinks the especially folks over here are the media elite would take their word for whatever they say as like gospel, royal experts, or they say they're experts. Yeah, experts at bullshit. That's what they're experts of. hmm Wendy L. All these haters benefiting off Meghan Sussex for clicks and money, but refuses to accept Duchess Meghan as a royal. Hypocrites with hate. Yes. But they will mention royal because some of them are like, oh, well, look at her using her title. And people were like, when you marry, you take your husband's last name over here in the US. So why is that a surprise to most of y'all? She's not saying I'm Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. That is how she is referred to when she's in formal settings, because that's how it should be. When she has introduced herself to people, she just says Meghan. And who was that? One of them on the show was like, I think it was Mike, the camera guy or producer. I didn't realize that's how you refer to yourself. Isn't that something? He didn't even realize that or it was Meg, didn't even realize that. And it's like, sir, you have to catch up, catch up, catch up. Okay. V says the broke trolls. Oh, I think I read this. Were mad because they know Meghan is making big bank. Yes. It was worth reading again because yeah, they are upset. She shouldn't have that life. She was self-made millionaire before she even met Harry, who, as a prince, was living as a pauper. Because only the heir should have the big palatial apartment, actually putting an elderly family member out of the apartment. They can say that they wanted to move, just like they said Diana didn't want security, but we know better than that now, don't we? Okay. Flipping bullies, him and his paw. Okay, Sandra says there is an old saying that says throw a stick in a pig stall and the one who got hit will squeal. The British media and the derangers are getting hits. Ooh, and they deserve each and every one that they get. Mhm. May it leave a nice whelp. Many of us, who were, um, whose parents believed in hitting their children, yes. Many times I went to school and couldn't even sit. It was too uncomfortable to sit in them hard chairs that we used to have back in that time because, I had whelps on my jaw. That was a time. Kim says Tina Brown would sell her soul for royal recognition and the right price. More of Meghan in the media means less money for she and her ilk, yes, which is why I don't even check for them crazies. Mhm. Notice, unless it comes up in my timeline, and then I'll decide, like, nah. As y'all see that, this trash time is a little longer than most have been because it's like, why give them the energy? Hey, Kim, how are you? True VS and Black Queen. Black women haven't the right to be doing well. No, to some, they really don't. And that's why, with all the crazy and talking to the US folks based to all the crazy that is going on, that's why we need to mind our own business. Folks calling for us to come out and join that protest, fuck you. Oop, did I say that out loud? You know. Okay. Just saying, mind your business. Don't take to the streets. That's what they want. They don't call us any other time except when they want to get us. hmm Let me just carry on. Carry on. Lorna says, Emma Weymouth, Duchess of Bath. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure what the wives of the lords were called, but thank you for letting me know. I like her. Her story is very similar to Megan's in a sense. Except at least her father was very well off and was in her life. That's the difference. But yeah, as far as how the family reacted, the husband's families, yeah, very similar. hmm Let me see. Black Queen is saying, Kim P, as if we haven't earned it. These Karens are the upholders of violent, abusive, patriarchal evils. Exactly. Hence why number 47 is in office. I'm just going to say it like that. Keep on moving. All right. Black Queen. Joan is saying, Black Queen, right? That jealous, envy, hate also makes them look old, dried up, and dragged out. Well, the melanin helps us stay. Oh, you do have to moisturize, but I'm just saying. All right. Mrs. S, did you see that picture of Meghan with her leg over her head? Harry saw that and said, ouch. The groin pain was real. LOL. Harry put in that book. Harry put in that book. And he couldn't get off that bed that time either. Okay. I remember that because that was hilarious to me. Okay. Mm. Just could only throw the duvet over himself and pretend he wasn't there. Whew. Elaine P. Okay. Oop. Oh, okay. I guess you're saying her because is it he's the Marquise? Is that what you're saying? The Marquise of Bath? Oh, okay. Isn't he a lord or something though? I'm just saying. I thought his father was who was off the chain. Hilarious with all the quote wives that he had. Ooh. He was before his time. Just an interesting character if y'all don't know the history. I'm sure Elaine and Lorna can tell you because I know they know him. Kim says, Black Queen, yes, very true. And the fact that we will do it with a smile on our faces and still treat them with respect. We aren't the angry Black women. We simply have class. Okay, because if we gave them what they really wanted, they just don't know how much we refrain, which is why we usually wind up with conditions that if we just let it out, we would feel so much better. Mhm. Joyce V, they wanted Meghan silenced, unseen, and broken. Then they would write the new narrative of who they created. Right. Exactly. And not ever um, gave mention like they do now to anyone that knew her up until the point that she met Harry, because they act as if she just didn't exist. She just dropped out the sky and she existed. And some like to say, "Oh well, we didn't know. We never heard of the show Suits." Lie, because if the heir was a big fan of the show and Meghan, y'all over there knew about that show. You knew who Meghan was. You just couldn't believe she had scored the prince that pursued her, upped his game out of his mouth. Because during their engagement interview that you can still find on YouTube and has a many, 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 many views, okay? He said he knew he had to up his conversation, make sure it was a good chat. Okay. He knew he had to. Mm. Especially after being late. And if you watch the Harry and Meghan on Netflix, you understand and can laugh at that too. Yes. Um, I'm probably going to be skipping comments. Oh, I'm already an hour and a half in. My gosh. Please, everybody, remember to hit the thumbs up. I'm going to try to breeze through this really quickly. Okay. Sandra says she walks like the boss, talks like the boss, Miss Independent. She is Megan Sussex. Boom. That part. Yes. Okay. Okay. Don't ever forget it. Very graceful and all that. Now, Kim Peaches, I should put you in timeout, and I need to put you in the corner for even asking this ungodly question. Kim Peach, VS, where is Mr. Markle? I don't know, don't care, and hopefully he stays wherever he is. But I guess no new checks have come in because usually that's when we see him. That's my opinion that, when the check has hit the bank, the money has cashed to the app, yeah, or Zelled out, yeah, then he goes on to whatever show they have him go on and talk his shit about his daughter. Yeah. I mean, if he's pushing daisies, he's pushing daisies. It ain't Megan's fault. Okay. Moving on. See, you had to ask that question to have me cut up like that. Okay, let me pull it back. Let me pull it back. So, Church and Lane saying, if you want to hear Sister tell the truth, she spelled out truth about white women. Check out this video. Fast forward to hear her speak. Child, she left no prisoners. Okay, and there's a link. Church and Lee has dropped. Of course, when the mirror is held up, people just can't take it. It's like, but if we didn't see your own, if we didn't see your reflection, we wouldn't say that. It's very obvious to the entire world. But hey, they live in their four walls of madness. Mrs. S says BF is always trying to be relevant by mentioning Megan's name. Even Megan's leftovers rejected her. The biggest thing on that owl is her head. Jesus. Oh, no, you didn't call her an owl. OVO. Let me stop. Okay. If y'all got it, you got it. If you didn't, okay. It's all right. It's okay. Let me see. Tira saying Trevor saw right through BF and dropped her after the first date. If she incessantly talked about his ex-wife, who he shows the greatest respect to, I mean, come on. The tabloids tried. They tried to get him because they were dangling big money out there. Because there was an actor who said he could have used that money at that time because he hadn't had any particular job or role at the time. And it was what, 75 or $76,000 they offered him to just lie about Meghan. I truly wish I could remember his name. I'm sure somebody will remember and drop it because he deserves the utmost respect, and I do hope that the universe has been very kind to him. Okay, let me come over here. Lorna is saying the same. Megan's ex-husband has never said anything about Megan, but his friends have been throwing shade, especially when he was engaged to his second wife, Tracy. Yeah, which makes them look even more so of, assholes. Why start throwing shade when he's marrying a billionaires? Because I think she's like loaded, his second wife. Now, if he wants to come out of his face and say something off the wall, Squatty's got him. I know I'd probably be the first because I'd be like, "You gold digging mother clucker, go sit down somewhere." You couldn't rake all of the money out of Megan's account, but you got somebody that you can just live in the lap of luxury who's taking care of you. Mm. See, BF had it backwards. Although she took care of her ex-husband, she's taking care of her ex-husband because he's getting a hefty amount from her. She really should just shut her mouth and be crazy in the quiet stillness of her four walls of her penthouse. I'm sure she has. Okay. Now I give her credit for building her, skinny girl brand and then selling it because I think she sold it. Um, but if she didn't have the Real Housewives, nobody would have known about Skinny Girl. So she was smart in taking the opportunity. But Megan is very smart too. Has partnership with Netflix. It's killing you, ain't it, BF? Because you want to be in her, you know, have your own show on Netflix. Ha. Some of these folks that are in that type of business really should shut their damn mouths and do an apology because you probably are stifling some blessings coming your way, as in jobs. Mhm. Though some of you don't need it, because I'm sure, you know, maybe that's Bethany's problem. She needs something to do and sit around and look in a mirror, having her face stretched to the east and back. Okay. Black Queen says, Church Nelly, I saw that and I shared it so many times. She spat all facts, ate, and left zero crumbs. They just can't handle the truth. Too bad, too sad. Well, I'm just saying. And we're going to continue to mind our own business. If they come to your front door, then you handle them. If they don't know you, don't want to know you. Okay, let me go on. Let me just check over here. Who's been busy over here? Oh, thank you, plus size fairy. Thank you so much. To you. Thank you for the love that you've dropped on me. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I'm going to play this and then get myself together to get up out of here because I'm sure y'all are tired of me. All right. This is for you.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me come back to comments. Come here, do this. So I have to stay 100 steps ahead of some of you squatties. That couple of times that y'all have gotten me that way. I have to move the comments out of there. Okay. Um, okay, I'll read a few more comments. Let me see, where was I? Um, I done lost my spot in the comments. See there? Let me just skip. I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip. I'm just gonna skip a wide amount of comments. My bad. My bad. Y'all know. Ooh, he's a cartoon character. I'm just gonna stop on Lourdes here. Just Willie Leak says he spends his time interacting with Villa on social media. So British taxpayers are paying for him to sit on his ass and interact with his favorite soccer team. Yes. He said he was going to be a different type of royal. He said he was going to, didn't he say he was going to lead from, home? I guess this is his way. But he also confirmed that he's on there. So don't tell us that you're not also throwing shade. And you better not be in any of the hate accounts that say those awful things to any of the non-white players. Okay, I'll put it that way because you didn't handle those situations well at all. But how can you when you're probably one leading those disgusting cheers too? Mhm. All right, let me keep on moving through. Let me go up to this one. Little Max says that so-called chef looks so dirty with lice in his hair. Okay, I need you. Unwashed Chewbacca with a criminal record. Okay. Ooh, that was just too funny for me. Okay, Mrs. S. Hedwig had to go shit island had to go to shit island to find work, seeing that quote my father troll exhausted her work time in America. Yeah, well, the Patriot had to Patreon over to, other shores. I'm sure she works from home. She lives in the city and scared to come out her door. I wonder why. Um Y'all are cracking me up because y'all have seen his picture, obviously. Joan said, who would want to eat anything from that scuzzy guy anyway? True. Y'all are slaying me, Lorna. That chef looks like a slime Bigfoot, child. And he had to see you open your mouth and you shall get. Because we are not going to hold back. Okay. Let me see what Kim is saying. I don't think I have many more comments, so then I'll close out. But Kim C. VS. Let's see here. Y'all go asking me questions that will probably, why y'all do this? Why do y'all do this? Okay, because I see the names. Let me compose myself. Okay. Let me take a sip of tea. Okay. Kim C asks, VS, do you think Camilla and KC3 feel some kind of way that Hello Magazine featured Kate more prominently than the Queen? And then she proceeded to answer her own question, but she's asking me the question. Lipstick on a pig is still a pig. Meghan missed nothing by being snubbed. So, do I think that those two feel some kind of way? Probably, because we know that their egos are so easily bruised. Although they didn't give a damn who they hurt when they were screwing around while they were married to other people. But, hey, hmm um, her knee work was she conned. Okay, she conned. hmm I can come up with many words that fit that acronym for con, but I will not do that on on here. Okay. So that's my but the bigger question is, did that tabloid set up absent lady to get fire and brimstone thrown at her for being so prominently displayed? Because we know KC3 was jealous of his young wife. Well, he didn't really pick his wife, Diana. His mom and dad did. Okay. Um, when they were under an assumption that, the heir who was flitting around his thing all over the countryside and globe, even with his big ears, he was knocking boots. Um, but that his bride had to be, a virgin. Poor Diana. There are times I just am like, damn. And she was an aristocrat whose family had much longer bloodlines in the UK than the Windsors. They had to change their name to fit in. Mm. Why do y'all have me dragging? Okay, see? Love you, Kim. I'm gonna try to get through this quickly. All right. Black Queen says nobody cares what you think, you blubbering heifer. Stuff a cheeseburger in your pie hole and shut the fuck. Okay. Are you talking to me, Black Queen? Or was it somebody I missed in the chat? My lordy B. Who I feel like you're talking to me. I know better than that, but I feel like you're talking to me. Okay. Let me get it together here. Uh, oh my lord. Yes. There you go, Joan. Black Queen, I see you are feeling better. Yes. Holding back not a thing. Mm, mm. Tier says they think leaving Meghan off royal women list is going to do something to Meghan. She doesn't care. She's living her best life with a royal. I mean, Harry was born a prince. I mean, they only give him the dukedoms when they marry. So, okay. Hmm. Yeah. But she is a royal. Now, Nigeria made that very clear. If you could see me, I looked over my glasses. They made that very clear. Okay. All right. Mhm. Ooh, Mrs. S, that chef looked like a walking disease. I definitely would not eat anything he touched. Touch, breathe on. Ugh, ugh. Yeah, he was an unwashed Chewbacca with a criminal record, y'all. Elaine P., my son is a RAF trained chef and enjoyed making show. Boom to all the crazies out there. There you go. We know that the sane, well balanced, raised correctly individuals, especially over there, hmm would feel the same way as your son. Come on now. Come on now. She didn't do nothing that nobody else hasn't done. As I said in response to someone, there are hundreds or thousands of cook shows, TV or streaming services. But yet you pick hers to be like, yeah, you don't do that. And they don't wear white, aprons and they don't do this. Some do and some do not. Some executive chefs wear all black. I would love for you to say something then. Okay. Y'all just need to mind your business and pray that you could even be in her presence or taste any of her food. Hello, this Black Girl's Life. How are you? Um, Let me keep on going. Marshard did join us now. Okay, here's a. I'm gonna have to get out of here. I'm almost at 2 hours. Y'all ain't allowing me to. Oh, look at all the comments. My gosh. Okay, I'll read this one and skip through a lot more, and then. Okay. Marshall said, Mrs. VS, the McCain fam is worth billions. I bet Meg Pie, Buttercup, Stepford wife won't get much. When Mama Cindy joins John, Buttercup doesn't acknowledge her black sister-in-law who married to her brother. Ooh. Okay, that's who I saw in the family at his funeral. I didn't understand. I was like, who is this poor woman? Because I can only imagine if the rest of the family is like, I mean, you have to admit that MM McCain, that is, was raised to be the way she is. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Just like Baldy and the heir was raised to be the way he is, left to his own devices and what he found. And let me go find it. I need to find it. Okay, because give me one moment, please. This is the favorite emoji out of his own mouth. His favorite emoji, and that's all I'm going to say. All right. I just dropped that, and I'm going to just scroll through some more comments. I know some of y'all, let me see. Black Queen said, these demons have zero shame. So sad when you are void of an actual moral compass. Exactly. You just go on with life. Learn how to skip through content. You don't like her, you don't like her. Move on. You don't really know her not to like her. Okay. We've seen the antics of those over there in the UK behind those palace gates. So we've seen the antics because nothing said or done without first approval from those palaces. So all those smear articles, every little disgusting snide comment made about Meghan is approved. They never turn off the comments. But baby, when a bad comment is said about them, it's quickly removed or comments are turned off. Mhm. Let me see. Um, Pavela girl, how are you? VS, your black lady isn't playing. Let me say something. Lady in Black is not the one. I love her. The ancestors. She embodies the ancestors. They will you up. Okay. That goes for all of us, you know. That's why I said mind your business because the ancestors will take care of all of those out there screaming for us to come join some protests. Not in their lifetime would I ever. All right, Elaine is like, let me get. She's like, let me straighten y'all out. It's the Marquis and Marquise of Bath. Thank you. Okay, I got it now. You know, probably 2 weeks from now, if I mention her again, I won't remember. But I'm just, you know how it is. Um, although she, you know, seems to get along with the tabloids as far as just when I see her, she does a lot of fashion and all that stuff, which, you know, but she had a very nice upbringing, and yeah, and they have two beautiful children, one born by a surrogate here in the United States. Okay. Uh huh. So any of those folks over there in them tabloids pushing them stupid headlines about Meghan, go screw yourself. Because there are women that do face fertility issues. And if Megan was one, she would have stood up and championed that, especially when she got out of your clutches. I almost said a bad word. Okay, I need to go, y'all. I know it's about 10 minutes left for the 2 hours. I need to go. I need to get my life all the way together, especially if I go live on the other channel. I know I just said I was going to a little while ago, but I think I got a lot of my no, there is a topic I do want to. Okay, anyway. Marshall, Mrs. VS, we, the 92%, are good. Exactly. Sipping our favorite drinks, legs crossed, looking at the ish storm that they have created themselves, and no, we are not coming in with our capes on to save y'all. FAFO is strong, and y'all are gonna just have to enjoy it. And them fields you think we're gonna be working in, no, you first. You take the first step. Okay. hmm I'm just saying, my ancestors not in this lifetime, and they're talking about mine. Okay, they did all that so that I don't have to. All right, let's go. Um, let me come on down. I'm just scrolling through the comments. Ah, okay, I got some more love dropped on me. Thank you so very much, Pavla girl. Thank you. May the love that you've dropped on me be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I'm going to do this, come back, of course, say a little something, something, and then hit end. That's what I'm going to wind up doing. Okay. So let me come over here. This is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you again. Okay, remember, mark your calendars if you haven't already for April 8th for Meghan's podcast on Lemonada. Hopefully, you had long ago when she announced her that she was signed a deal with them. You know, the management team that some claim that Meghan's not under anymore. Ari ain't going nowhere. Do you not understand? Okay. He pursued her too, as a client. Okay. All right. Anyway, let me get myself together here. Let me behave myself. Let me just scroll through the comments again. If I missed your comment, please do not take offense. If I didn't scream out your name, please don't take offense. It is truly not intentional. There's a lot. This chat is rolling, and I know it's rolling on the YouTube side. So, but I thank each and every one of you for being here, Lorna. Okay, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Don't y'all start that. Okay, I'm just saying it. You know what I mean. Okay, love y'all though. Lorna, thank you for the love that you've dropped on me. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. This is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you so very much. I tell you, when the channel members show up, numbers. Y'all already, come on. Thank you so very much. Okay. Let me take that there, do this because yeah, y'all are trying it. Y'all trying it. Okay. Y'all still talking about that chef. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm just going to bring up the comment that I had put in the chat at the beginning, just for all the squatties. So, prayers to all squatties I have not seen in a while. In case you're in the clouds, we miss and love y'all. Okay. You have our prayers. All right. So, please take care of yourself. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Once it ends, please be sure you leave another comment because I like chatting with y'all after the live stream ends. Um, I know my boss will let me know her critiques. See, some of us do not get instant performance appraisal. My manager is happy, although I've never gotten an invoice from the manager, so I know, okay, I feel blessed. All right. Anyway, let me get my crazy, silly self off of here. Please take care of yourselves. Keep minding your own business, and we shall talk very soon. Um, there's so much going on. Yes, yes. Spring is coming. Remember, as ever, remember April 8th, which also falls in the spring. Ooh. Okay. And okay, let me calm myself down. So we have some exciting things to look forward to. Um, Again, thank you all. Take care. Let me go over here and hit my outro music. Oh, I can't even do that because you know why? I'll get a copyright issue. So let me, no, maybe not. Let me just do this. If I do, I'll remove the music. But anyway, here we go.